Hello everybody, this is That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and I'm angry and hot. And not because it's hot outside, I'm hot because I'm fed up of this silly rule that is dictating to English football fans, British football fans, that you cannot watch your football club play. Now we're talking Cristiano Ronaldo's debut on Saturday, but think about lots of other situations, which I'll give you in a moment. Effectively, unless you've got a ticket to watch Manchester United play Newcastle at Old Trafford on Saturday, of which only 75,000 people can, you cannot legally watch Manchester United play or Cristiano Ronaldo make his debut. This is stupidity. It's bloody stupidity. The game is being played in England. Manchester United are an English club. The Premier League is an English league. And yet everybody outside of England can watch it, but everybody in England can't watch it unless you go to the bloody game or listen to it on the radio. It's a joke, and we're in the year 2021. This needs to be resolved. And I can hear Liverpool fans, I can hear Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans all laughing about it. But imagine this. Imagine Liverpool had their dream signing, Mbappe, and he was making his debut at 3 o'clock on Saturday against Newcastle. Or imagine Man City got Messi, or imagine Chelsea got Neymar. Or imagine Arsenal got their dream signing and Bendia hadn't snubbed them for Villa. And they wanted to watch him on a Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, but they can't unless they've got a ticket to go to the game. And people can say, well, you should get a ticket. 75,000, the biggest capacity in the Premier League is Manchester United. 75,000 doesn't even touch the surface of the depth of Manchester United or football fans who would want to watch that game on Saturday who live in the UK. They wouldn't. There's millions upon millions of people who can't watch that game. And that, to me, is not democratic. And I don't want to get political on this, but it's not fair, it's not diverse, and it's not... it's basically penalising fans of a club. And it could be Liverpool with Mbappe, it could be Chelsea with Neymar. It's penalising fans of a club who live in the country where that club is. And look, the football's a global game. But this is almost like the Super League again. Where the Super League was going to be about maybe Man United playing Liverpool in New York and Sydney and making it a global sport. This is the globalisation of football, which actually, doesn't help the UK fan. And, global fans can say, well, we have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. At least you can go to a game if you want to. I get that. But what we're looking for is that sweet spot of everybody being in together. And this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I get tired of it. You forget about it. And obviously with COVID, we've had every game on TV. But I think COVID gave us a glimpse of how football should be. We don't want COVID. We don't want no fans in the ground. But when we had that choice of being able to watch every single Premier League game, how many games did you watch? Most of them. And what makes me laugh is that this is a very old rule. It's archaic. It's an old rule to not televise games at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon to protect the lower leagues. Now, I follow Solihull Moors. They're just down the road. And I don't mind going to watch them. But I would never, ever go and watch them if Manchester United were playing at 3 o'clock. And this is the hypocrisy of the rule. I will never go and watch Birmingham, Villa, Solihull, the three local teams to me, if Manchester United are playing at 3 o'clock. I'll always, even before TV, I would be on the radio listening to it. So what an archaic, stupid rule that doesn't even work. There won't be a load of United fans or whoever else is playing at 3 o'clock on Saturday going, they're playing at 3 o'clock. I tell you what, I won't pay any interest on that. I'll just check it on my phone at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go and watch Walsall. No, you're not going to do it. And that's why the rule's in place. And somebody needs to start doing something about it. Because, yeah, it impacts on United with Ronaldo, but it impacts on Liverpool when they're at 3 o'clock, or Arsenal or Chelsea when they're at 3 o'clock. It's an archaic, silly rule that shouldn't exist anymore. And why nobody's doing anything about it, I don't know. Because I tell you what, off the top of my head, I can think of a very good solution here. Sky's got, pick of the games. BT's got pick of the games. Amazon I'm talking about providers in the UK. And Amazon get a few games as well. I'm not saying get rid of those packages, but the Premier League could have a package whereby, Sky still get the better games. They still get United, Liverpool and, Chelsea, Arsenal. BT still get whatever they want, and then Amazon get what they want. But you're still left with a package that is absolutely huge. And that package should be sold. That should be a Premier League Pass package. That should be like the WWE. I don't know whether anyone watches. They've got a website. You pay to watch the website. The Premier League could do this. You call it a Premier League Pass. and you package it up at something really reasonable. You know, most people are playing, what do you pay for Sky Sports a year? I don't know, 100, 200 pounds a year? I don't know. Imagine the Premier League pass, because they're not making any money off it anyway. They make money off it globally, but they're not making any money from the original market, which is the UK market. Sell a Premier League pass for £50 a year, a season, or £100 a season. It's still what? Less than £10, well, it's about £10, £12 a month. Nobody has to buy it if they don't want to. But if I've got that Premier League pass and United are playing Liverpool at R4, but at 3 o'clock, Leeds are playing Everton, I thought, you know what? I don't mind watching that. I can put it on, I can watch it off the website. If United are playing Newcastle, I can watch the game. I think many fans in general would be happy to pay that 50 quid or 100 quid a year, a season, to be able to watch the 3 o'clock games. It's not to watch every game. More than happy for Sky to keep the premium games, etc. But you should be able to watch every single game. And you should have to pay for it. You should have to pay for it. I accept that. And some people will and some people won't. But that money that goes from a Premier League pass, that doesn't need to go to United because I want to watch United games. Because I might want to watch Everton Leeds at 3 o'clock. You know, I might want to watch Burnley against, City at 3 o'clock. There might be I'm not saying it's just for United. So that money for me gives me access to every game that's not televised on a Premier League pass. That money then goes into a pot that gets distributed fairly across all the teams in the Premier League. It's a no-brainer to me. It's more money into the game, and it provides fans in this country with what they should demand and they should get. It's a farce. I don't know why we put up with it. I know there's bigger issues, there's COVID and people dying and everything like that, and we all know that. But I'm talking about football here, and it's very sad about COVID. Of course it is, and I know everyone's focused on that. But we're talking about football, and this has been going on for a bloody long time. And I find it a joke. And it isn't just with United games. I find it a joke that sometimes I'll think, I want to watch that. Oh, it's a bloody 3 o'clock kickoff. Like Arsenal-Norwich, I think, is a 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. I wouldn't mind watching that. I mean, I wouldn't anyway, because United are playing. Oh, you might go watch it. You might go get a ticket. I bloody won't. I'm not going to a non-league game at 3 o'clock because United aren't on the bloody telly. I'm going to listen to it on the bloody radio like I have done for decades. It really does frustrate me that this is still a rule in the UK, and the archaic principles of it are, oh, Arsenal are playing on the telly against Norwich. I won't be able to watch it unless I've got a ticket. I better go and watch Stevenage. Bullshit. People won't do that. They won't do that. People who want to watch Stevenage or Walsall or anyone else, they'll go and watch them when they want to watch them. But if their club is playing, people will be on the radio or finding other ways to watch it. And that is a farce in itself. People will find ways of watching it, and the Premier League know that. So why don't you put the legislation in place to let UK-based fans watch their bloody team play and charge a reasonable price that you're not making anyway on a Premier League pass where anybody can pay for that and watch any 3 o'clock kickoff or game that's not televised if they so wish. It's ridiculous. And look, I'm losing my shit a little bit because I'd forgotten about it. I'd forgotten about it because of COVID and it's the start of the season. But lo and behold, it's back again, 3 o'clock kickoffs, and you can't bloody watch them. And look, I understand global fans might be going, oh, I don't really get it. I'll tell you this, Arsenal can only get 60,000 fans in, I think. So how many millions of Arsenal fans are there in the UK that can't then watch the game? It's ridiculous. I'm sure there must be a rule. I'm sure you could take it to bloody court. Somebody could take them to court, surely. There's got to be something that's breaching something in relation to football fans' rights in this country, that we are deprived of watching football for our teams when we want to watch it, and yet the rest of the world can. Who made this bloody rule up and who's still peddling it? Because it's really ridiculous. Get your comments in below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe. But I just, you know what? I just thought about it today and I thought I'm going to do a video on this. Do people feel the same way? Do people actually don't mind? What are your thoughts on it? Because I actually find it ridiculous that in the year 2021, if you live in the UK, you cannot watch a lot of football. You cannot watch your team play, yet everybody else outside the UK can, and they think you're going to go and watch some non-league side if you don't. It's ridiculous. It's out of date and it needs to stop. Thanks for watching.